Iraq to celebrate all the remarkable women in our lives. I have an idea. Should I tell you? I'm the one to tell. I'm the host. Melissa Peterman is the person.
Is it Stonehenge?
What the what? Right here is the place.
You would have accepted me. I'm also a prehistoric monument.
This funny new game show is the thing.
It is made with bourbon, sugar, and a certain herb.
Into it. Person, place, or thing. Come on, make a drink. Weekdays at 2 on WBTN 18.
With races announced in Miami and Las Vegas, Formula One racing is enjoying a surge of popularity here in the U.S. In fact, ahead of tonight's premiere of the new CNBC documentary Inside Track, The Business of Formula One, CNBC anchor Sarah Eisen is showing us what it takes to drive in the fast lane.
I'm probably one of the last of a dying breed of kids coming from working class families.
Today, seven-time Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton earns a reported $50 million a year driving for Mercedes. But he knows how tough it can be to break into racing when you come from a humble background like his.
If I was to start again from where I started in a one-bedroom flat, dad working 4 jobs, we still wouldn't get anywhere near close to the budget to be able to start go-karting, and that's just go-karts.
It's a massively expensive sport, and money isn't the only potential barrier to F1. For women, it can be even tougher to make it in the traditionally male-dominated field. Susie Wolf was one of the few women ever to make it in the lead when she scored a seat as a development driver in 2012.
When I took to the track in the F1 car, it was a really special moment, but that's history now.
Looking forward, she's hoping to launch the career of the next female F1 driver as head of a new women's racing league.
So what is Formula One Academy? Formula One Academy is a race series only for female drivers, 15 young drivers with the best 5 junior teams. What we want to do is accelerate talent and really make sure that we give the 15 young drivers the best chance of progressing in the sport.
Abby Pulling has one of those coveted F1 Academy spots. She's 20 years old, but she's been racing since she was 8.
I'd be karting, take the helmet off, and they'd be like, oh, you should go. It's like in the movies.
At a go-kart event in London, Pulling and other F1 Academy drivers are suiting up to inspire young girls who are just getting into racing through the karting pipeline.
It's not me, it's the 10-year-old watching. If I'm not one to break the barrier into, Formula One itself, I hope that they will be.
In front of a Texas audience, the F1 Academy drivers raced to the finish of their first season. But their pursuit of an F1 seat is just beginning.
CNBC anchor Sarah Eisen joins us now. Sarah, it's great to see you this Thursday. Look, Formula One, we've all just kind of heard about it more and more in recent years. It's growing so much in popularity, but why? What's behind the sudden surge?
Well, Morgan, you see F1 Academy that I just profiled as just one way that the parent company of F1, Liberty Media, is trying to increase accessibility to the sport because they're trying to boost interest in the sport. Liberty Media bought F1 about 6 years ago. It was a sleepy motorsports league for the purists, the racing fanatics, mostly in Europe and South America. But Liberty's an American entertainment company. They own SiriusXM stakes, Live Nation, the Atlanta Braves, and they always had their eye on the U.S. And so part of what they're doing is adding races. Miami was new last year, and Vegas this weekend. They're trying to make a huge splash, bigger and bolder races. That, along with the Netflix deal they signed for Drive to Survive, really helped the sport take off in this country, and it's one of the fastest growing sports now.
Yeah, the strategy, it seems to be working. CNBC anchor Sarah Eisen there. Sarah had enjoyed Vegas. And you can also watch the documentary Inside Track, The Business of Formula One, premiering tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on CNBC.
That looks so fun, Morgan. All right, Erin Matson, she is one of the best collegiate field hockey players of all time, but now she is the youngest coach in Division I athletics. In her first season, she has led her team to the Final Four. NBC News correspondent Emily Aketa shows us how she had this successful transition from teammate to coach.
She's been called the Michael Jordan of field hockey, propelling the UNC Tar Heels to championship glory 4 times. And this year, Erin Matson is hoping to make it happen again. Let's go. Except now, in a new role. At 23 years old, Matson is the youngest head coach in all of Division I sports.
Do you think about that?
No, I think it's hard to ignore it. I had a head coaches meeting this morning, and it's funny to walk in a room and yes, I'm obviously the youngest one there.
Before her graduation, Matson asked for a shot at the job.
I went to our athletic director and I said, like, I know coach is going to retire. When it opens up, I want this job. I don't want to be overlooked. And he was totally caught off guard.
Her confidence, a key part of her success.
I played field hockey in college, and I think of those as some of my most formative years. How do you handle the pressure of shaping and inspiring young women's lives?
I take pride in it. I want people to feel that empowerment and self-belief and confidence in themselves that I've been lucky enough to get from so many people around me.
Players acknowledge there have been some quirks, but say their existing relationship with Matson is an advantage.
That was kind of like one of the first funniest moments where we have to call you coach. She's been able to understand us so well, and that's honestly transformed into great coaching.
And their nearly perfect record speaks for itself. The Tar Heels will play in the Final Four on Friday.
All right, our thanks to Emily Cater for that report. You're watching NBC News Data.
Hi, my name is Damian Clark. And if you have both Medicare and Medicaid, I have some really encouraging news that you'll definitely want to hear. Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with the Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. All these plans include a healthy options allowance, a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items like vitamins, pain relievers, first aid supplies, and more. The Healthy Options allowance is loaded onto a prepaid card each month, and whatever you don't spend carries over from each month. Other benefits on these plans include free rides to and from your medical appointments. You pay nothing for covered prescriptions all year long. All plans have dental coverage, which includes 2 free cleanings a year, fillings, and a yearly exam. They also have vision coverage, including vision exams and a yearly allowance towards eyewear, such as lenses or contacts, and hearing coverage, which includes routine hearing tests and coverage for hearing aids. You'll also have a $0 copay for the shingles and other routine vaccines, and in-network retail pharmacies. Plus, your doctor, hospital, and pharmacy may already be part of our large Humana networks. So call the number on your screen now to speak with a licensed Humana sales agent. Would you love benefits like a monthly allowance? To help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items. So if you have Medicare and Medicaid, call the number on your screen now and speak with a licensed Humana sales agent. If you're eligible, they can even help enroll you over the phone in a Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. So call now. Humana, for more human-grade healthcare.
For my best skin, it's Olay. Better than a basic moisturizer, Olay starts working day 1 to visibly smooth and firm for a lifted look. In 1 month, skin looks up to 10 years younger. Results you can see in 1 jar. Olay. Ashley's Black Friday savings are here. Meet the restaurant furniture and mattress doorbusters starting at just $199.99. Quantities are limited, so hurry in while supplies last. The best Black Friday deals are happening now, only at Ashley.
This is 18 News right now.
Good afternoon, Twin Tiers. I'm Greg Mills. These are your top stories. A tentative settlement has been reached in card licensing lawsuit that's been nearly 4 months since the New York Supreme Court ordered an injunction to stop the application process for those looking to open up a pot retail shop. Mayor Michael Sanquanti has been behind the new business but questions the state's leadership when it comes to getting this tax revenue flowing.
The people in Amsterdam that received the license and invested a lot of money, ready to go, with a very well-managed facility. They were given commitments and promises from OCM that just have not followed, that OCM has not followed through on.
The terms of the settlement are not yet public because the parties involved must finalize the agreement and a judge would need to sign off before making any further moves to open. And in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the Attorney General is warning vendors about a scam. People are being contacted asking them to sign up to pay for a vendor space for a Winter Farm Expo on January 6th and 7th. But there's no such event. The PA Farm Show is scheduled for January 6th through the 13th. And Pennsylvania state lawmakers are attempting to crack down on sexual harassment at the Capitol. A group of